Do, 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 do. Hello. Are we here? I think we are. Well, welcome to the FARDY Facts watch party and welcome to another edition of FARDY Facts where I hope to impart some knowledge, and this special edition means that I am going to be getting an education alongside you guys. So tonight we're going to be talking about a virus, but not a virus that emerged from bats. We are going to be talking about the virus that is racism and why the Black Lives Matter movement is important in Australia to Indigenous Australians. Racism is a disease and the only cure is education. I'm going to start out by reading you a poem by African American poet and author Scott Woods. This encapsulates my feelings I didn't know that I had inside, some of the knowns and some of the unknowns around racism. And it also provides insights into kind of the uneasiness into what everyone might be feeling right now. So by Scott Woods. The problem is that white people see racism as conscious hate, when racism is bigger than that. Racism is a complex system of social and political levers and pulleys set up generations ago to continue working on behalf of whites at other people's expense. Whether whites know it, like it, or not, racism is an insidious cultural disease. It is so insidious that it doesn't care if you're a white person who likes black people. It is still going to find a way to infect how you deal with people who don't look like you. Yes, racism looks like hate, but hate is just one of the manifestations. Privilege is another. Access is another. Ignorance is another. Apathy is another, and so on. So while I agree with people who say no one is born racist, it remains a powerful system that we're immediately born into. It's like being born into air. You take it on as soon as you breathe. It's not a cold that you can get over. There is no anti-racist certification class. It's a set of socio-economic traps and cultural values that are fired up every time we interact with the world. It is a thing that you have to keep scooping out of the boat of your life to keep from drowning in it. I know it's hard work, but it's the price you pay for owning everything. Okay, so in a moment, this watch party will roll into a 10-minute news piece put together by Channel 10's The Project. And in the last couple of days, my journey for education, this journalistic work has really helped me understand racism in Australia and the power-enabled brutality that occurs in incarceration of Indigenous Australians. So I've actually been lucky enough in my life to have twice visited and stayed in remote Aboriginal communities with friends of mine who were teachers. And both of these times that I've had these extended stays, I've said to myself that I wanted to learn more about Aboriginal culture, and I wanted to learn more about ways of life, and continue understanding the country before white people, settlement. So I didn't follow up on any of that, and I feel regret about that, and especially right now, and having these feelings pushes me to want to become more educated, and be able to empathize and understand the Black Lives Matter movement, because I am a white privileged woman in Australia, and I really don't get it. I don't get it because I can't feel it. I empathize. I believe that the injustices need to be corrected. I need more education. And I hope that you guys will take this education journey with me. There's a number of rallies that are happening this weekend to gather and show support for injustices in Aboriginal, Indigenous Australian incarceration. And I encourage people to show their support and be an ally by attending these gatherings. Of course, if you don't think you can maintain social distancing, do not attend. But if you can go with that in mind and wear the appropriate mask to protect others and yourself, and take a 70% alcohol-based hand sanitizer to use regularly, and protect yourself and others from COVID-19, I think that standing up right now and being an ally to Indigenous Australians is very, very important. Today I signed a petition on change.org all about the injustices and brutality against Indigenous Australians in Australia, and I encourage others to sign up on that petition, because that will enable the change.org community to take action against the government, and take action against some of the brutalities imposed by police and other people in power. I also donated to that cause in the hopes that gets to spread the word about that particular petition. And I know there's a lot of others that we can sign up for and show our support. But I really encourage people to go beyond posting the black square. And being here with me in this watch party is a part of that. So I thank you, and I encourage you to share these resources around with others, so that we can begin to find the cure for racism, which is education. So in a moment we'll watch this journalistic piece from the project, which I found very, very helpful, and I'll be watching alongside, so we can learn together, and we can help answer each other's questions and provide each other with resources. If anyone else has any resources they want to put in this thread, please do so. I also want to say that, yes, the movement for Black Lives Matter is the most important thing right now. Aboriginal lives matter. And nobody is saying that all lives don't matter, and nobody is saying that only Black lives matter. We're saying that we don't stand for injustices, and we don't stand for police brutality against Indigenous Australians at all, and the disproportionate ways that Indigenous Australians end up in the justice system. This is the beginning of our education. I hope to continue this with you guys. So I'll be here with you, and let's get started.